Canelo not that big.
Yeah.
You know, he's a smaller fighter that's fighting in a bigger division. So I started just sizing myself up to Canelo.
Right.
In my head. He's 5'7", I'm 5'8". I got a 74-inch reach. He got like a 60-something. You know, he's wider than me, but that's it. So I'm like, it match up. It matches up. Like I can do that fight.
Just when fans thought Canelo's size would scare anyone at 168, Terence Crawford throws fire on the narrative and throws down the challenge. He isn't just calling for the fight, he's dismantling the myth before the bell even rings. Even Crawford made his intentions clear of beating Canelo with a message that cuts through all the hype. He stated, "I don't got to knock them out, I just got to beat them." Well, that's not fear, that's focus. Crawford isn't chasing highlights, he's chasing wins. In a world obsessed with power punches, he's playing the long game with precision and control. He knows Canelo's strength is real, but strength alone won't win the night. This mindset flips the script. It's not about flash, it's about effectiveness. And if Crawford steps in the ring with Canelo, expect a fight, not just a firefight. Crawford didn't bring up power to impress. He brought it up to make a point. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how sharp you are when it counts.
You know, I think, you know, if you can punch, you can punch.
Okay.
You know, it may not have the same effect that it did on a smaller guy, on a bigger guy, but if you sharp, you sharp.
Right.
Crawford isn't pretending size doesn't matter. He just doesn't see it as the deciding factor. He trusts his precision, not raw muscle. Fighting Canelo, he knows the punches might land differently, but that doesn't shake his game plan. It's not about overpowering, it's about outclassing. If they meet in the ring, Crawford's banking on timing, accuracy, and ring IQ to shift the balance. Crawford didn't just question the obsession with punching power, he broke it down. He reminded everyone that fights aren't won on paper or by highlight reels.
A lot of people thinking just because a person punch harder than, you know, another fighter, that they automatically gonna win. No, it's a lot of fighters that lost, you know, and they punch way harder than the fighter that they lost to.
Right.
In his view, raw power doesn't guarantee anything once the bell rings. He's seen harder punchers fall because they lacked control, patience, or timing. Against Canelo, this mindset matters. Crawford won't be distracted by strength alone. He's focused on the full fight, not just the flash. That's what makes this matchup dangerous. He's not just trying to survive, he's trying to outthink and outfight. Crawford made it clear. He's not underestimating Canelo like most fans do. He sees more than power, and he's preparing for the full version of the fighter.
Canelo's not just a puncher. I don't know why. That's
what people believe, huh?
It's just like this. They don't know boxing. They just looking at him being strong.
The bigger man.
He's a great boxer. You know what I mean?
Right.
People taking away from his boxing skills and just thinking that he's just this puncher when that's not true. So that's why I laugh, because we're not just looking at Canelo as a puncher, we're looking at him as a whole fighter, a complete fighter. You know, he can take a punch, he can deliver a punch, he can counter punch you, he can box you, he can punch on you, you know what I mean? Good body puncher, good, you know, fighter that got good balance, he never getting out of position. So we looking at all that.
This isn't blind confidence, it's full awareness of who he's up against. Crawford respects Canelo's tools, from footwork to body shots. He's not walking into the ring expecting a brawler, he's preparing for a technician. That's what makes this fight so serious. Both fighters know how to think as well as throw. If it happens, it won't just be a test of toughness, it'll be a test of mastery. Crawford didn't just talk about fighting, he explained why he keeps chasing the toughest tests. There's something in him that won't let him back down, no matter who's across from him.
It was like, I'm always willing to challenge myself. Like today with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, it's just in
That's
me.
the first thing he did. He came in, oh, I tackle you.
It's just in me. It's just the competitive nature in me, you know.
That mindset is what drives him toward names like Canelo. It's not about fame or pressure, it's about proving something to himself. He doesn't wait for easy opportunities, he runs toward the biggest ones. Facing Canelo isn't a business move, it's personal fuel. That's what makes this fight real. For Crawford, it's another chance to test his limits. If Canelo signs the contract, he won't be fighting just another boxer. He'll be facing a man addicted to challenge. Crawford didn't just plan to move up, he wanted to skip the usual steps entirely. What he said next shows just how far he's willing to go to prove himself.
I wanted to go up 3, just to be honest. I didn't want to fight at 154. I wanted to go.
So you want to go straight from 47 to 68?
Yes, I did. It's documented. I wanted to go from 147 to 168, just because I want to challenge myself.
But that's a...
Yeah, and that's the joy of it. That's the joy of it. Everybody's like, man, boy, you crazy. Yeah, you gotta be crazy to think of things.
Yeah.
This isn't about chasing belts, it's about chasing greatness. Crawford was never interested in the safe route or the standard climb. Jumping straight to 168 says everything about his mindset. He's ready to fight the biggest names at their strongest weight. If the Canelo fight happens, it won't be because Crawford took the easy path. It'll be because he took the boldest one. He's not moving up for attention, and he's moving up for legacy. Crawford didn't need stats or size charts to make his case. He leaned on something deeper, his experience and mindset.
When I look at it, like, I always had this mind frame of the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Okay.
I've been beating up big dudes all my life.
Because they underestimate your blood.
It's just, even if they didn't, I'm gonna beat you up. You know, I can fight.
Right.
You know, so if you watch, like, all these dudes bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care, but I'm gonna find a way to win, no matter what.
This isn't new territory for him. He's been proving people wrong his whole life. Big names, big muscles, big hype. None of it ever stopped him. Crawford's belief isn't built on talk, it's built on fights he's already won. That confidence doesn't come from ego, it comes from results. If Canelo thinks size alone will be the deciding factor, Crawford's ready to show otherwise. This fight isn't about who's bigger, it's about who believes more when the bell rings. While Crawford sharpened his tools in the gym, Coach Words lit the fire. It wasn't just about training, it was about reminding him who he is.
Omaha, stand up, north side. Let's go, you are champion. Take us to another level, champ. Huh? Another level. September 13th, we're going to another level. They wanted to stop us, but they couldn't. Huh, you see the sun shining on you? That's it, that's why the light on you. You deserve it.
Moments like this aren't for cameras, they're for the fighter's soul. Coach wasn't hyping him up, he was speaking to his core. He sees what Crawford's chasing and knows the weight of it. This isn't just another fight, it's a chance to rise again when the world is watching. You don't get to that next level alone, and Crawford's team knows it. If Canelo's coming full force, Crawford's coming with a whole army behind him. It's not just his mindset that leveled up. Crawford is putting his body through the fire too. What he did next proved he's willing to suffer now to dominate later.
Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You got this.
Breathe.
Get in there. Go ahead and get in there.
Cold plunge recovery isn't just about toughness, it's about discipline. Crawford is pushing every limit, knowing comfort won't win this war. The pain he takes now is fuel for the moment that the bell rings. He's not cutting corners, not looking for shortcuts. Every second counts. These aren't just training sessions, they're statements. If Canelo's expecting the same old Bud, he might be in for a shock. Even rising stars like Kermel Moten are split on what could happen in this clash. He kept it real. No bias, just facts.
I could give you a reason why Canelo could win, but I could also give you a reason why Crawford could win. So it's like, I don't know, it's just whoever's the better man that day.
This isn't an easy fight to call, and that's what makes it so special. Both men bring different weapons, and both have what it takes to win. It's not about past records or fan opinions. It'll come down to execution. When the lights hit and the gloves touch, nothing else matters. One mistake, one moment of control. That's all it could take to decide history. Kermel didn't just sit on the fence. He laid out how he sees it going down. No knockouts, no dominance, just a war from start to finish.
I think it'll go decision.
I think so too.
Yeah. I don't see either of them getting stopped.
This isn't just hype, it's two elite fighters pushing each other to the edge. Both are too skilled, too smart, and too proud to go out easily. A full 12 rounds means every second counts, and every mistake could cost the fight. If it goes to the judges, it'll come down to moments, not mayhem. This could be one of those classics where no one breaks, but one man edges it by inches. And when the dust settles, the world will still be debating who really won. Not everyone is playing it safe. Andrew Tabati made his pick loud and clear. He's backing the man with something to prove.
I'm gonna go Crawford. He's the underdog. You know, he's got the skills, you know, and yeah, I'm going with him.
Picking the underdog isn't about being bold. It's about believing in skill over size. Tabiti sees something in Crawford that numbers don't fully show. He knows power can fade, but timing, movement, and IQ can win rounds. This isn't just a bet. It's respect for a fighter who's made a career out of defying odds. If Crawford pulls this off, it won't be a surprise to everyone. Some already see it coming. But not everyone sees Crawford walking away with the win. Leke Mayweather put his confidence behind Canelo and broke down why.
I'm gonna go Canelo. I think that size plays an advantage. I think, you know, his caliber of opponents plays an advantage, and I just think he can pull it off.
For Leke, experience and size aren't just details, they're deciding factors. He's watched Canelo survive and succeed against the best, and that counts for something. There's no hate in the pick, just belief in a champion's proven track record. Size, strength, and a stacked resume can tilt the odds when margins are tight. This fight isn't about favorites, it's about who can handle the moment. And for some, Canelo has shown time and again that he thrives under pressure. Juan Heraldez didn't hesitate when asked. His pick was quick and confident. For him, Canelo's size and style are the keys to victory.
Bud Crawford.
Canelo.
Why do you think so?
I think he has enough skills to walk him down and cut the ring off, especially if the ring might be smaller. I think he has more of a, just on the weight alone.
Yeah.
I think that's where it is. And he can fight, and he don't get hurt, so.
He sees Canelo's pressure game as a real problem for Crawford's movement. Walking opponents down and cutting off the ring is what Canelo does best. Add a smaller ring and natural weight advantage, and the challenge gets even tougher. Heraldez isn't ignoring Crawford's skill. He's just banking on Canelo's durability and control. To him, it's not just about landing. It's about wearing Crawford down over time. If the fight turns into a grind, Canelo's experience and power could tip the balance. Even after backing Canelo, Juan Heraldez couldn't ignore Crawford's skill set. He gave props where they're due, but still stood firm on his pick.
I mean, don't get me wrong, if they start doing a boxing match, I think Crawford has enough to outbox him too, because he's quicker off the block and he can lose his legs.
He's walking it back, Jeff. He's walking it back.
I'm gonna go with Canelo though.
Heraldez knows Crawford isn't just fast, he's smart and mobile, especially early. In a pure boxing match, Bud has the tools to frustrate and outscore. But Heraldez sees the fight going deeper than just movement. As rounds wear on, he believes Canelo's pressure and presence will take over. It's not a knock on Crawford's ability. It's just a belief in Canelo's ability to break through. When styles clash at this level, even one shift in momentum can decide everything. IBF world champion Angelo Leo kept it honest, calling it close and full of layers. He sees greatness on both sides, but weight might be the game changer.
That's going to be a good fight, you know, two of boxing's pound for pound champions. I think it's going to be a great fight, but there's weight classes for a reason. I think Canelo might edge it. Crawford though, I think he has the upper hand on the skill level. But I think Canelo also has skill and he also has the weight advantage.
Leo respects both fighters as pound-for-pound elites, and he's not wrong. Skill for skill, he leans toward Crawford. Sharper, slicker, more technical. But this isn't just a skill contest. It's a battle of strength, size, and strategy. Canelo brings experience at the higher weight, and that can't be ignored. Leo's pick is cautious, not casual. He knows how small advantages decide big fights. If Crawford wins, it's skill over size. If Canelo wins, it's proof that weight still matters. Veteran trainer Don House didn't hold back when breaking down Canelo's evolution. He respects the champ, but believes Crawford's style could cause real problems.
You know, I love Canelo. One thing about Canelo, he used to box better when he fought Floyd. He was a boxer. Now he's more of a puncher. He'll wear you down. Catching him a problem is a problem for him, I think. Crawford fast and sharp, southpaw. He moves a lot. He might have the punching power, but sometimes you need to probably away from this guy for 12 rounds. I'm going with Crawford with the speed.
Don's seen both versions of Canelo, the boxer and the puncher, and he knows the difference. To him, the more aggressive Canelo might walk into traps against a slick, mobile opponent. Crawford's speed, sharpness, and footwork could keep Canelo chasing shadows. It's not just about landing shots, it's about avoiding the danger round after round. In Don's eyes, this isn't a matchup of strength versus strength. It's movement versus pressure, and if Crawford can stay a step ahead, Don believes the upset is more than possible. Former world champion Antonio Tarver gave his take, and while he's leaning toward Crawford, he's watching the details. He knows the fight isn't just about talent, it's about timing.
It's going to be a great fight, bro. It's going to be a great fight. I'm leaning toward Terence Crawford. Now, that layoff, I mean, it's going to be a long training camp for Crawford. He hasn't had a rep in a long time. You understand? Crawford, I mean, Canelo stay busy. He fight every 3-4 months. So, you know, he got training camp on top of training camp.
Tarver sees Crawford's skill as a real threat, but questions how sharp he'll be after a layoff. Inactivity can be dangerous, especially when facing someone as active as Canelo. While Crawford is coming in fresh, Canelo's staying warm with fight after fight. That edge in rhythm and consistency could make a difference in the early rounds. Tarver's leaning toward Bud, but he's not ignoring the mental and physical demands of a long camp. If Crawford wants to win, he'll need to shake off the rust fast, because Canelo won't wait. Antonio Tarver didn't just question Crawford's layoff. He flipped the lens back on Canelo. He believes this version of Bud brings a hunger Canelo hasn't felt in years.
But when you look at Canelo's last few fights, he's going to have to step up a little bit and get back to the old if he's going to dethrone a hungry challenger like Crawford, bro. Crawford got the energy, he got the confidence, and I don't think the size is going to be the difference. I think it's going to come down to who wants it more. And I don't think Canelo been in there with a hungry dog like Canelo in a long, long time, bro. So it's going to be night and day compared to the fighters he's been facing.
Tarver sees the edge not in size, but in desire. Crawford isn't just stepping up, he's charging in with something to prove. Meanwhile, Canelo's recent performances haven't shown the same fire he once had. To Tarver, this won't be about power or past opponents. It'll be about who wants it more when it counts. That's where he sees Crawford having the advantage: hunger, energy, and drive. If Canelo can't match that intensity, he might find himself outworked by a man chasing legacy. After breaking down both sides, Tarver made his call, but he kept it real. This fight isn't easy to predict, and one moment could flip everything.
You know, I'm leaning toward Crawford by decision, but if he can't survive Canelo power, it could be devastating. But that's boxing, bro. Yeah. That's boxing. We don't know what's gonna happen. May the best man win.
Tarver leans toward Crawford's boxing IQ and ability to control the pace. But he's not blind to the danger. Canelo's power is always a threat. If Crawford can't handle it, the fight could change in an instant. That's what makes this matchup so unpredictable. It's skill versus explosiveness. No one's walking in with guarantees, and both corners know it. In the end, Tarver's message is simple: this is boxing. Anything can happen. Tarver also spoke on legacy and how history will judge Crawford if he pulls this off. In his eyes, greatness isn't defined in the moment, but across a whole career.
Bro, I mean, until his career is over, we won't be able to say where he ranked. You know what I mean? He got to step away from the game and retire, and then we look at his whole body of work.
Even a win over Canelo won't be the final word. It'll be a major chapter. Tarver believes true greatness is only measured when the full story is written. Crawford is building something special, but the ending still matters. That's what makes this fight so important. It could shift how we see his legacy forever. If he beats Canelo and keeps winning, he won't just be one of the best of this era. He could be one of the best ever, but only time, and the rest of Crawford's journey can confirm it. So here we are, standing on the edge of what could be one of the biggest fights in boxing history. Terence Crawford, the sharp technician with ice in his veins, is stepping up to face the powerhouse, the legend Canelo Alvarez. It's more than just a clash of styles. It's legacy versus legacy, speed versus strength, hunger versus history. After hearing from the fighters, the trainers, and the champions, it's clear no one knows exactly how this is going to play out. That's what makes it so thrilling. One clean shot from Canelo could end it all. One flawless game plan from Crawford could shock the world. So now the real question is, what happens when the bell rings and there's no more talking? Can Crawford carry his speed and smarts into the fire of 168? Can Canelo cut off the ring and remind us all why he's the face of boxing? Who wants it more when the lights are the brightest? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you riding with Bud, or are you backing the Mexican monster? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more breakdowns, bold takes, and behind the scenes looks like this. Hit that bell because this is the kind of fight you don't just watch, you feel it coming. The countdown is on, stay locked in because this is war.